This is probably going to be a pretty short video of the actual inspection because I'm not going to inspect all hives. It's probably going to take me longer to update you on what's been going on. A few days, or about a week actually, after the last video we did, that first hive that had the one queen cell had like 18 queen cells in it. So I, again, kind of went into panic mode and really needed somebody to come tell me what to do, because I'm new at this. I really consider this our first year, because last year we didn't do enough to even learn anything. So I had already registered the bee yard with the state plant board and had kind of spoken with the local inspector on like Facebook and stuff like that, and emails. And I was kind of at my wit's end. I didn't know what I was going to do with all the queen cells, because I had already just been through that. Didn't have any more nuke boxes. Didn't have really any resources at all to deal with them. So that Monday morning I went over to the shop and I threw together 3 nuke boxes. That's all I could throw together with the scrap lumber I had. Didn't want to run to town and buy any, so I just put together what I could. And well, I get home from the shop and I go to make me a sandwich to eat lunch, and my phone rings. Well, I wasn't around my phone. I was making me a sandwich, and I don't usually answer the phone numbers I don't know anyway. I figure if they need me, they'll send me a message. They'll leave a message. Well, they left a message. It was Danny Brewer, the state bee inspector. He said he was in the area and would like to come by. Needless to say, I was ecstatic that I had the opportunity to pick the brain of somebody who obviously knew more about bees than I do, since he works, that's his job, is bees. So he came over and we went through the hives. We built 3 more nukes, so we have 5 nukes now. The nukes that I had built with the queen cells, it didn't take, so they had already started making their own queen cells. So we have 5 nukes with queen cells. The 2 hives on the hive stand had queen cells. Of course, the one had the 18. We split all those and divided them amongst the other hives. But the other hives that we had, that I have out there that are out on the concrete blocks, the new hives, I call them my new hives. One of them I thought was queenless. One of them I had just released a queen a couple of days before. The one that I put the queen in the cage in. She did well. Had the 2 swarms I caught, the one swarm that swarmed from my hive and the one swarm for the swarm trap. They were doing good the day before, that Sunday. It was a Sunday when I found all the queen cells. So we didn't even get into the to the one swarm box, because I had already seen eggs and larvae, and she was already starting to lay. So we went through. He found all the queens. I had one queen that I would have never found because she was so small. She wasn't really that much bigger than the rest of the bees. So if it hadn't been for his experienced eye, I would have called that a queenless box. But it did have eggs, so we knew there was one in there. But I would never have found her. Even when he showed me where she was at, I didn't believe it was a queen at first. But anyway, so right now, I'm feeling better about our hives than I have probably since we started. I had an experienced beekeeper help me do splits, figure everything out. We figured that all the hives that we had split, the nukes and all the split hives and everything that had queen cells in them, he said just let them cook. Just leave them for 2 weeks. Let the queens hatch. We'd left several queen cells in each hive so that would give them multiple chances for a queen. He said the first one that comes out, they may go around and kill the rest of them. So that's the way things are. That's the way it goes. I don't need any more hives. I planned on having 6 langs and 2 top bars. Well, none of the top bars have bees in them right now. And right now, if you count the nukes, we have 12 langs. So I have more than I had anticipated, but I'm learning. So I'm about to go down and do a quick inspection on the hives that were queen right last week, see if they've started drawing comb in honey supers, and see if the queen has started laying in the honey supers, because if they have, I'm going to have to put a queen excluder on. He kind of suggested that I leave the queen excluders off, let the bees have free roam up into the honey supers, let them get the smell up in there, and then they'll start drawing comb a little better. And he said if she starts laying brood, to just put a queen, make sure she's in the bottom box, put a queen excluder on there, let it hatch out, and go on with it. Sounds good to me. So, like I said, I learned more in the 2 hours that he was here than I have in the last 2 years. So I feel a lot more confident than I did just a couple of weeks ago. The videos that I just posted them yesterday, they show how a newbie can stress about things they don't know, especially queen cells. But anyway, today is the 16th of May, and I'm gonna go down and do a quick inspection. Tomorrow I think it's supposed to rain, so I'll go to the shop and build some nukes maybe, so I'll have them just in case. And we'll see how basically I'm looking for queens and the condition of the honey supers. And I've got honey supers in the truck, and I've got queen excluders in the truck, so it's going to be a quick one. As long as I still see eggs and everything, I'm not too, I would like to find and mark queens today. I'll have enough time that I can do that if I find the queens, especially that little one. I would really like to catch her and mark her because she's tiny. But some of the other ones are already marked. I've started writing on top of the hives, the condition that we found them in, and the date and all that kind of stuff. Trying to keep a little better records. It's harder to keep records or keep everything straight in 12 hives than it was with 2, so, or 3 hives. So anyway, I'm going to let my smoker cook a little bit, and we're going to drive over to the bee yard. A little puff of smoke hit the entrance. See, this one 5-7 was queen right, needs super. We did that. We put a super on here. And they're cross-combing it. Well, yep, they're cross-combing it. Make sure the queen's not up in here. They are drawing comb, but not like they should be. Okay. I'll put this up while I deal with the cross comb. It looks like they stuck it to the top of the other ones too. Okay. Shake those bees off. Cut that comb off. Well, they really haven't drawn any more out than that, so I'm gonna flip-flop those. So maybe they'll quit messing with it. So I don't need another honey super on that one yet, that's for sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and just check, make sure that they're not trying to build these swarm cells, since they're not up in the upper box yet too well. Make sure they're... Oh, that was good. Had them all stuck to the top of the bottom box. There's several bees in here. This was queen right. And this one's not even drawn out yet. It's almost started. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to. This is too low for me to stand over there, bend over that thing like that. I'm gonna have to build me some stands. I'm sweating like a horse too, and it's not even hot yet. It's in just May. Now they're starting to draw a comb there. They've got that one mostly drawn out. Ooh, goodness. That looks like the beginning of a queen cell, but yeah, I gotta figure out another way to do this. My back is not gonna let me. They sure are a lot more calm than they usually are, so I'm gonna say there's a queen in here. There's a lot of larvae. This is one of those yellow plastic frames that I'm probably not going to be able to see many eggs, but there's plenty of larvae. Oh my goodness, this frame here is just full of brood. Oh my goodness. We have queen cells and we have capped queen cells. I hope that doesn't mean that they're trying to supersede her. Because I mean, there's plenty of larvae in there. They're not, I don't think they're feeling crowded. They can move up into that other hive. There are 2 queen cells that are started that have larvae in them. That one looks like it's just been capped. So those look like superseder cells or emergency cells. There may be something wrong with her. Or I don't see any eggs on that. It's just unreal how much more calm they are today than they have been. Kind of a spotty brood pattern, and they're backfilling a lot of that. I can't see any eggs in that, so I'm not gonna do anything with the queen cells. I'm gonna let them go. Oh, okay, that one's full. That's a swarm cell. It's on the bottom of the frame. I don't see a queen. There's another queen cell. And another queen cell. I don't see a queen either. Haven't spotted a queen. I guess if I don't spot a queen, I'm gonna need to just let them do their thing. A little bit of cross comb there. It's gonna have to be taken off. That is not a spotty pattern. That is a good pattern. Why are they making queen cells? But she may be gone too, because I don't see her anywhere. I haven't seen her. There's lots of larvae. Lots of small larvae. Gosh, dog. There's another queen cell. I'm so sick of dealing with queen cells. But I haven't seen a queen. I know this one was queen right the other day. It was queen right. That one's heavy with honey. There's 2 queen cells, 3 queen cells, maybe 4 queen cells. Still haven't seen a queen. If they're capped, she may have already swarmed. Well, so what was that, 5 queen cells? But there's brood in there that's just a couple of days old, so she's got to be in there. I don't know. Okay, well, if I'd have found the queen, it'd be different, but I didn't, so I don't know what to do. She may be in the top box too. I didn't look in the top box. She may be in there. If they've built enough comb, she may be in there trying to lay. They haven't drawn enough comb for her to start laying yet. This one's queen right. This one was, I think, the one that had the tiny queen. We had eggs and larvae. Queen right, eggs and larvae. And I think it was a tiny queen too. So we're going to look in it. Wow. I don't know. This is the one that's got the tight lid on it too. So I'm not going to have much room to do much prying. And it doesn't appear that they, doesn't appear that I've got a inner cover in there, and they stuck it to the top of the box. Okay, no queen in the lid. Wow. Doesn't look like there's that many bees in there. Well then. Oh, I got thunder. Dadgum. Definitely am not liking these leather gloves. It's like if you get, they think if you have big hands, you have like extra long fingers, and no queen. Like I said, this one may be the one that I couldn't have even found her if I'd have. There's no way I could have found her. She was so small. It's all honey. Still all honey. I really would like to see some brood in there. I'd really like to see some eggs to let me know she's still in there. That is solid pollen. Pollen and honey. Golly. Well, there's brood, but I don't see any eggs. There she is right there. But I don't see any eggs at all. There was eggs in this hive the other day. There are no eggs. There are no eggs. They're trying to make a queen cell right there. There's no eggs. None. There are no eggs in this hive. Okay, I'm gonna need to put this off until tomorrow because I'm fixing to get stormed on here pretty quick, and I'm gonna have to come in and replace this queen with one of those frames that had a queen cell on it. Have to snuff her out and then leave them with a queen cell. That's all I know to do, because she's not laying. There are no eggs in this in this hive. There's not even any larvae in here. They've got this about drawn out though, so I'm gonna have to put a honey super on it. Alright, I'm gonna have to get out of here. It's gonna start storming on me here just any minute. So, because I still got all that equipment to put up. So, tomorrow, I'm gonna need to yes, it's a storm on me. Well, I only had 2 more hives to get through, or 3, so at least I know I've got some work to do tomorrow if the weather permits. I'm gonna have to take one of these frames out of this hive that had a queen cell on it, or multiple queen cells. That'll give me more chances, and then I'm gonna have to snuff out that queen because she's not laying.